Hello, you're listening to the 79th ever episode of Chismes and Menudo. He is
Ricardo, and she is
Adriana, and we are
sitting here with the lovely and talented Mr. Bill King.
Hey, how's it going?
Beep, beep, beep. We need the beep, beep, beep. The sound machine.
Hey, is it right there?
There you go. Do it again. That's good. You should-
I wish I had that much energy that it deserved the trumpets. I don't.
Yeah, I practiced that a lot because before I lost my virginity, I told myself that was the noise I was gonna make every time I came.
You're nasty.
So after like 15 seconds, I'd just be like,
When the beat drops.
15 seconds. Wait, he said 15 seconds.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, that's a respectable amount of time.
absolutely.
No, absolutely. Oh, for a virgin? Yeah.
Yeah.
For a virgin?
For a virgin, yeah.
Roasted.
I thought you meant for like a man.
Shit.
No. For a man that's been having sex for a long time, you should at least double that.
I just found out today I'm barely a man. It's 35 seconds. 35 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
35 seconds?
But it's more about efficiency, though.
You got shows you
What-
gotta watch.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Is that one position
That's two. That is two positions.
at max?
I like around 18 seconds in one, and then we'll finish in missionary because that's what it takes.
Because you're a man and you have to be on top.
Well, that's for my pride, really. It's for my pride. We've talked this over, and she agrees.
Okay.
Is it?
Nice.
So, for the people that don't know, Bill is a stand-up comic. Very funny. We do open mics together. And let's talk about that. How long have you been doing open mics?
I've started doing open mics last April. Very new.
Yeah. Basically, everybody we've had on is like a new comic.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
we could still say stupid shit.
Yeah,
No matter what.
that stuff about my wife a couple of seconds ago, just fine. It's
Yeah.
if I was
How
like-
you married? I
am
always get
married.
into this with these comics, dude.
Yeah.
It's so like, I love to know that these comics are married because I'm like with Jasenia, who the fuck would put up with y'all's bullshit? I want to meet these women that will put up with y'all's bullshit.
You should. There's a lot of lies in the making of that.
To even get into the door there.
Dude, so we met on Tinder.
Nice.
First thing, I was completely surprised that was going to go that way.
Wait, how long ago?
It was about 5-6 years ago.
Okay, y'all been married for...
Since 2018, 2019.
Okay,
She's gonna roast me. I forgot a little bit.
I'm going to clip
July
this.
27, 2018.
every year.
Yeah. Clip does it, or Bill doesn't know his
She's
wife.
gonna be like, they edited it weird, but you knew.
You're going to say the date, and then it's just going to be my voice.
De-
18.
So, but yeah, met on Tinder. We went out on a date. I was super early. I was nervous.
Aw.
Yeah. I was married one other time.
Right back.
So that was kind of, I was nervous about it. So
So do you mind talking about your first marriage?
yeah, no, that's fine.
How long ago was it?
It was a little over 6-7 years ago. It was pretty new when Lizzie and I met.
Oh yeah, Lizzie.
Yeah, that's
Oh
her
my
name.
god, that's my family calls me Lizzie because
Yeah.
of Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my name is not Elizabeth or anything like that. They just call me Lizzie.
Hers. So her real name is Lydia Isabel Omana. Yeah, it's
She's
pretty
Hispanic.
beautiful. Yeah.
She's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Let me see a picture.
She very very I don't want to say stubborn, but not,
You could say it.
She's very stubborn.
We know.
She knows all of the things I'm doing wrong, and she will let me know.
He's with the
all
Hispanic
about it.
chick.
Yeah, I know. She goes to the open mic
That's her.
sometime.
That's
She's
Liam.
pretty.
Yeah,
Is
she's
that your baby?
way out of my league. Yeah, that's
She's
my
way out of
son.
your league.
That day that
Everybody agrees.
that day that you took her and she did stand up, that was fucking hilarious.
She
Yeah.
did stand up?
So
Yeah.
What the hell? Why don't we have her here?
She hold on, I'll get to that here in a second.
We go fast here.
She was not a fan of stand up when we met. She
Yeah.
thought it was, she said they're trying too hard. And I was like, yeah, that's
that's
the
the
point.
point.
But they're the best at trying,
Yeah.
Some people are probably gonna laugh at me about that. But anyway, she wasn't a fan. She saw a couple of, specials that I had, watched just kind of when they were released. I didn't inundate her really with it, but then she came to open mics and, she's like, let me do it. And I was like, okay. And, she went up there and roasted me for 3 minutes.
Hilarious.
Yeah. She's got
saw
a
that?
solid 3 minutes. She did it at Longhorn, TK's. She has not done it at Comedy Arena yet. She wants to do it at Comedy Arena.
Because that's where I saw it.
At Comedy Arena?
Yeah,
She
that's where I
did
saw
do
her
it
do
at
it.
Comedy Arena? Okay, all right. I have Spacey. I'm Spacey. I'll forget stuff.
Oh my God.
But yeah, she has an idea for a podcast.
This is awesome.
It's not. I don't think
What's
it's
the
like
idea
even a
so we can steal it.
No.
It's
What's the idea so we can bring her on?
right? No, it's called couples counseling. You know, the intro that we thought of would be kind of like a couple fighting. You know, like beating each other up to like some high energy, like, song or whatever. And then like the thing would be either a setup like couples counseling session, kind of like improv, where the doctor, it's like a prompted where he's got all the pre-written questions, and then we would improv like things, like issues or whatever. And we kind of thought about a reoccurring theme would be, are we going to get together or stay together or, split up? And then it cool. Sounds kind of like, it's definitely her idea. And then another version of it would be like me and her doing like a news type, thing.
So she's like out there. She's like cool.
She's creative.
She's outgoing.
She's very outgoing, very nice. Everybody loves her. Everybody loves her. I love her. She was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I get too sappy on the pod.
I'm on my period right now.
I have to say that. She told me I had to say that.
What? It's
Female
disgusting that I'm
female
about
body is
that my body is
Hold on,
craving
man.
to have a child right now.
The female body is disgusting.
I would. She looked into the camera and said that. He was like, I need to.
Bill, how do you feel about periods?
Well,
you can say you.
You cannot.
So I've earned those wings. You know,
that's why I asked.
That bumps it up from a 35-second to about a 50-second. It's nice. Feels nice.
But then you also got to remember.
Yeah, there's a cleanup.
Stabbing the shit out of your wife.
Yeah, I'll get up.
We're the horniest when we're when we're on
she is. Yeah, she is.
That's women.
Confirmed.
This is a Christian household.
That's why. It's like what's it called?
They're getting ready.
It's like craving. Like we're about to have a baby. Like we want a baby in here.
Right, and.
You can't get pregnant on your period, can you?
Well,
you can.
Or is
sort
that
of.
just middle school.
There's
it's
a certain
just middle school.
Education.
There's like a certain point
Me and Carlos went to the same middle school.
That's how you become a teen dad.
No, dude, I remember one time one of my friends, he tried so hard to convince me that you couldn't get a girl pregnant if you're laying down and she's on top.
Hell yeah, dude. He's a dad now, isn't he? Hell yeah.
He's got two.
But yeah, the one fear I had would be like if somebody walked in right after we're done and they're like, "Oh, you committed a murder with your dick," because that's what it looks like after you're done. We'll stop. That next topic.
Actually,
What position was your child conceived in?
Missionary.
Oh,
yeah.
that's love.
this is the second time you mentioned mission.
Yeah, it's because she'll be on top and she likes on top.
Mm-hmm.
She tries to finish on top, but I'm not very big. I'm not adequate, so we have to switch to a more traditional.
That's how you know she loves you for real.
Yeah, because she's not having a good time. She's up there and she's like, the last couple of guys, it was. She even has a joke, dude. She has a joke, right, where she's like, Bill King. It's such a terrible name. It doesn't sound attractive at all. I have to think of other names when we're having sex, like Idris Elba. And then I was like, that's a solid joke. It has everything. It's straight to the point. I don't
know. I feel like I get it with Bill, but I feel like screaming king in the throes of passion. I feel like
no, it would not be. They used to have to do that at one time. It was prima nocta. The king would have to take the ride of the first night, and they would have to say, "Oh, king," and it was very awkward. And
see,
I'm sure.
So you wouldn't like it if she was like, "King, my king."
All right. She did say "king" me once. I was like, we're not. It's not like a checker stack. It's a little less than a checker stack. So inaccurate. A little weird.
She was trying though.
Yeah, she was trying to make me feel better.
Yeah.
you know?
That's hilarious though. I love making jokes during sex.
Ew, what?
Like if it doesn't ruin, like not right during, but like at the beginning stages of sex, where you're just kind of like,
all right.
We have, I don't know if you noticed, like these LEDs like around. We don't have them on right now just because of this big light.
Yeah.
But we put them on because my girlfriend bought them, and she bought like a bunch of rolls.
Okay.
And then I was going through like all the colors, and I ended up changing it to red.
Okay.
And now that's like our sex light.
Hell yeah, dude. The red light.
Yeah.
Shit, you know?
Yeah. It's like something primal. I'm trying to write a joke. I tried to write a joke about it, but I still got to work it out.
That's not a very shroom friendly color, you know,
Red?
like being in a red lit room. Anyway, I microdosed earlier. I may have missed.
What does
a
that
little
mean?
bit. What you do is you get, like, some people will grind it up and put it in capsules. Shrooms, we're talking about shrooms. You grind up shrooms, put it in capsules, or if it's a smaller strain, you can eat like a little cap, you know, or a couple stems, and then you barely feel like the shroom effects.
Yeah.
It mimics like serotonin.
Okay.
When I hear shrooms, I think like you see like rainbows,
Dazed and Confused, and like fractals
exactly.
and stuff.
No, Dazed and Confused would be like I reference it from that.
So yes, but you know, if you're very new at it and you take like 2 grams, you'll get there. You know, and
that's why I
you'll
would
have
never try it though, because I have like that.
Yeah,
where it's like,
you know,
well, it's like what, it's 6 hours.
A little bit, yeah. There's
depending
certain
on how much you take, and then like if you eat before.
There's certain methods too. Like, so there's something called lemon teching. If you take your dose and you put it in lemon juice for like 20 minutes, and then take that, it intensifies whatever that dose is and cuts the time in half. Really? So that's a very manageable way to do shrooms. You know, that's like cool. 4 hours.
And lemon juice is supposed to be slimming.
Yeah, and then
so maybe for girls,
it's not working. You know,
do you get munchies type thing with?
No, not with shrooms.
Oh, so
you don't want to eat at all. But it's not like an appetite suppressant. It's just like you're too busy. You're too distracted to really even think about eating. You know, and then some people will get kind of nauseous.
Yeah, I get nauseous with most psychedelics. Something always ends up fucking me up.
It's your stomach acids breaking it down. That's the other thing that the lemon teching will do. It'll soothe your stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta try that next time.
It's good.
The last time I did shrooms was like 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2-3 years ago. And then the time before that.
Didn't you say you had a bad trip or?
Yeah, that was the only bad trip that I had on shrooms.
So if you think about a bad trip, you'll kind of see that it wasn't even really that you had scary things happening to you. It was like the feelings you felt were overwhelming. Yeah. You know, it was like too strong. Yeah. So you can kind of like, if you took the same dose the very next time, it would have been a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. But I've sworn off psychedelics now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just for right
psychedelics.
Now. I think I've never tried microdosing. That's the thing. It's like I kind of want to try it just to see.
It's my favorite way to go up on stage, honestly.
Oh, really?
Honestly, that's my favorite way to go up.
Oh, fuck no.
And I'll microdose like at work. I don't know if like they'll fire me for this, but it's the thing about it is it binds to some of the same receptors that serotonin will. So,
well, I've heard there's coffee now that is
they'll
like,
have shroom. The thing is with some of the coffee, unless you're in a shroom legal area, you know, for psilocybin, it'll be like reishi or lion's mane or, you know, not like a psilocybin.
So it's not
like
really
shroom. It'll do certain things, like you'll get calming effects and whatnot, maybe some energy, but it won't be like psychedelic or anything.
Yeah,
you know, you need the psilocybin for that. But it mimics serotonin a little bit, and kind of, you know, it makes me remember things a little bit better.
Really,
you know, I can kind of, you know, remember my set, remember what people. I don't write anything down at work. You know. I can remember what they ordered. You know, I can go, you know, it's very procedural. You're going to take the order, put it in, go to the bar, take, you know what I mean? And that becomes easier.
I used to work at Sawgrass.
Oh, really?
As a host.
Yeah, dude. This is not like a regular restaurant job. It's
you work somewhere full time where it's also your stand up. Like you're also in that world.
A little bit, but I mean, you know, so one thing that I thought that I didn't even consider that clubs would have are like policies about employees going up on stage too much. They absolutely have that. And they try to make sure that they're not showing favoritism to, you know what I mean? To be fair to all the other open micers and whatnot, and all the other stand-ups that want to work out material.
Yeah.
So, that
so they're not going to favor you because you.
Yeah, exactly. So.
That kind of sucks. That's the whole reason I would want the job.
Well, I mean, I do get up though.
No, I would think you would want the job to know the behind the scenes stuff and the hangout too, and the shows.
Yeah, the shows.
Because we were talking earlier, and you were saying that
they're great.
Yeah, it's awesome to have
live. Here's the thing about specials: they're edited.
Yeah,
they're edited to look smooth and clean and whatnot. But when you go to the live show, you can see. Like I saw Brett Morin live, and it was on a Sunday night. It was like the last show of his thing, and you saw that he was tired, and you saw that his pacing was a little different in how he thought of things and how he remembered things. Versus Tommy Davidson. This was also like a lesson. Sometimes the crowd is asleep. They're asleep. They're not gonna. The host was trying to bring him up and get their energy up, and they wouldn't really respond to anything. So that's what I kind of like to see is a lot of the mechanics behind it and a lot of the lessons, Yeah,
as an open micer, it does help you see every kind of also like the club that you work at, it's almost every level of comedy goes up there.
Absolutely.
It's like you see the open mic, you see the people working out their shit every week.
The showcases.
The people.
What are showcases?
So local comics, there'll be a producer for that show that books local comics, that the improv likes, that other clubs like, and then they'll give them stage time. Granted they can sell the tickets. It's like they're giving them a shot to fill the room.
Well, you did
have a show.
Sort of basically what George did.
You were on a George Red show.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It was the first one that I did. It was last year.
Yeah,
I think in November.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I think I remember the advertisement for that. It was at Comedy Arena?
No, it was at TK's, right over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't done a show at TK's or at a Comedy Arena yet.
TK's setup, that was the second the third open mic I did, and that was super intimidating. Your first time there, it's like, whoa. Have you been to TK's?
Yeah, well, only for his. Well, we've been there for dinner and stuff, but for comedy, only for him.
Yeah, because a bartender is my friend, or he used to work there. So that's how I heard that it was a comedy club.
There've been people in and out of that. Anyway, but the first two I did was Dusty's in Denton, and then Longhorn. So I only saw the bar kind of side of it. And then when I went to TK's, I was like, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah.
I didn't do that great. I was like, oh, I gotta.
How was that? Your first, what made you want to go up there? Did you already know you were wanting to do it for a while?
Yeah. So I kind of started watching stand up in the sixth grade. I didn't really have it wasn't too rough of a life, but it wasn't really a life with a lot of good times or laughs or anything. So that's kind of where I went to get it. The first stand up I saw was George Carlin live in HBO. I think it was Madison Square Garden or something like that. That was my favorite one. I never laughed so hard. It was the wordplay, his pacing.
Is that where he did the seven
words you can't say on TV? Yeah. That was a thing that he had done for a while, but he brought it back. Yeah. So he was getting older when he was on HBO, and he was, it was just kind of he was still doing it and everything, and wanting to do it until
it's kind of his tater salad. Or
exactly, but I, that, and then Eddie Murphy Raw, Richard Pryor. I started just getting whatever I could, any stand up that I could.
How old are you?
35.
35? Oh,
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I come with people with real high school kid energy. You know what I mean? Last picked at kickball.
I would say freshman
shit.
college.
Yeah. I'm maturing.
A couple years ago, it was freshman high school.
Yeah. 3 times. I did the 9th grade 3 times. Just to
you
show
did the 9th grade?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Shit.
So
every class, or did you just every year had a freshman class?
No, what it was I I didn't like school really.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of was just there to hang out and whatever.
Oh my god, me too.
Yeah, dude. Because
I was trying to see my friends. I didn't care about anything else.
right, and then the stuff that was being talked about was sometimes it was like they went over it too much, so it was boring.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I started smoking weed, and that was it. Basically, that was.
I feel like I could always
Got my
like
GED.
see through the teachers' bullshit, especially back then. Like I feel like right now teachers are more conscious of the fact that like
because they're all on TikTok.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they're cool, like, you know.
Yeah.
I maybe had like maybe one teacher every like 2 years that was like genuinely like to do what she was doing.
Yeah.
I think I had one every year. Except for middle school, they were all defeated because
Middle school is hard.
Yeah, for a teacher, middle school is hard because these kids are ruthless.
Fuck no, bro.
We made a couple of teachers in middle school cry. Quite
I made
a bit, dude.
I made a teacher in middle school crying because they threw a gum at her head. But she had already been like abused by all these other like bad Hispanic kids.
It was like PTSD stuff.
Yeah, and then
that was the last straw.
That was the last straw, dude. I felt so.
Was it like in the hair? Like she had to like.
The thing, no, it was like a piece of gum that I was giving to a friend. I didn't even mean to throw it at her. No.
Okay.
Oh, so it wasn't like you.
I wasn't throwing. No, I wasn't doing that. I was
that's worse.
Was
somebody
it like a
asked me for
bawling cry, or
she
was it like one tear?
No, I still remember, and I still can hear it in my head. I threw the gum. It hit her head. She goes, "Ow." And she walked out crying.
We're terrible people, you guys.
I
never made a teacher cry, but I
will not take
pay
that.
teachers more. We need to pay teachers more.
I didn't mean to hit her in the head. I felt like she was like fucking gaslighting me, actually.
Oh shit!
Stupid bitch. Cause she
call her out.
Cause I forgot her name, but cause I didn't even mean to hit her. I accidentally hit her.
I mean,
that's not like you can't like. Come on.
Yeah.
It's different.
She probably just saw, you know, what was the school movie with? Oh, that was so terrible. The guy is a teacher not Stand By Me. There was like a
Freedom Writers.
Freedom
Writers. I think that's what it was. Where he's like in a underprivileged school and they give him a hard time.
Oh no, Freedom Writer was the girl. Who was that guy? Was it Denzel Washington did a movie like that?
I think there have been so many movies.
There's been so many movies.
It's usually like a white teacher goes to the inner city.
I don't know why I want to say Billy Crystal. I don't think it was Billy Crystal.
I don't remember him doing that.
I would know because I've watched all of them. Yeah. I can't think of it.
But that's like always like one movie that they come out with almost every year, where like the white teacher goes to the inner city. Yeah. She teaches them how to read. They teach her how to dance.
You're right. And rap,
teach her how to dance.
Teach her what rhythm is.
And Freedom Writers has that scene.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Where she's just like.
And also the poem.
Is that Michelle Pfeiffer? Is that who
no? It's what's her name? God damn it!
Save the Last Dance.
Oh,
no, we're probably no, it's probably not. Right?
The
teacher?
Julia Stiles?
No, it's not
that's
Julia
Save the Last Dance. Save the Last Dance.
No, it's not Julia Stiles though.
Julia Stiles is in Save the Last Dance.
It is. Yeah. That's right.
But she's not.
Freedom Writers is Hillary Swank.
There you go.
Okay, Hillary Swank.
Yeah, I have this thing. It's a talent. Right?
Sometimes it's delayed.
No.
She had to check if it is it a talent?
No, because I've proven this over and over again, and they still want to be like, whatever, bitch.
No, I've given you your flowers on that.
Thank you so much.
Well, now we gotta hear it.
My talent is that I can remember all the actors in every single movie that they've been in. Not every single one. Don't quote me on that one. But like most of the time.
Already moving the goalpost.
Her talent is she's IMDb.
Oh, right. Yeah. She's like, I'm sort of.
I don't think that's a talent. I think like I have too much time on my hands.
Okay. So.
It's like your form of autism.
Right.
Tropic Thunder.
That's Ben Stiller. That's that guy from Iron Man. That's it.
That's it.
They're the main ones. Hey, but I did it.
Jack Black.
Oh my God, I love Jack Black. School of Rock.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
We don't know him.
He had the best role, dude.
Yeah, because nobody knew it was Tom Cruise.
Right. Well, and then he played that part so hard.
Yeah.
No. Tom Cruise was the producer of the movie.
And with the hairy ass forearms. And he was like screaming at the Vietnamese people.
The movie was tanking, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Where's the key grip?" you punch that director really hard in the face. And then he goes and punches him. Hilarious.
I wonder what producer he was like channeling. You know,
I don't know, dude.
He was like
perfect.
Yeah, because he was like at that point he had been in the movie industry for like 25 years.
Yeah.
So you have to think like he was like, oh, I know exactly who this is supposed to be.
Probably has the right, Thetan rating.
Yeah.
In
It's
his
fucking
Scientology club.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky has his own talent where he can tell you the year the movie was made based on the clothes that the actors are wearing.
Very into fashion.
Okay.
Or at least the year that the movie is supposed to be based in. If it was like released in like 2004 and it's supposed to be a movie that's based in like 1997.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he
see.
could tell.
Kind of like
It's very-
like midnight.
So you're like I am with military movies, where you're just like you're pointing stuff out and it's like, no, this is supposed to be,
Yeah.
this is 1993.
Yeah,
FUBU didn't come out.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like-
so you're autistic too.
Yeah, no, I'm not talented at all. I'm really just jealous. Talents.
It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson does that shit with like space movies.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Like he was talking shit about the Titanic because in that scene when they're like on the raft and they're looking up at the stars, he's like, that's not correct.
Yo, yeah, I did see that clip. Yeah.
He's like, if it was this day that the day the
First of all,
Titanic.
fuck off.
I think it's cool, but
They're just
also
like,
it's
Neil.
like
Leo's in the water, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, like, we're more worried about could
Yeah.
they both have
He
fit
could
on that
fit,
raft.
man. He could
yeah.
I don't think he could though.
No,
honestly.
he couldn't have.
I think it's just because the water would have.
They
tipped
would
them
have
over.
both died. And
Yeah.
she wouldn't have got to throw in the heart of the ocean into the ocean. when she was 80.
Exactly.
And then we
It's a
would've
shame
missed
that
the
she
game.
wasn't pregnant at the end with his baby. You know what I mean?
You're like, let's make this sadder.
It's like this way worse.
I do like to cry.
Oh, nice. I like it. My wife too. She cried during there was a show. What the hell was it? It was
From scratch.
No, not from scratch. It was
I still
This Is
haven't
Us.
seen that.
This Is Us.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
She cried a lot during This Is Us.
I saw like the first season. Though. I was like,
It's pretty good, man.
It's
pretty good.
so it's too much.
It's a great
yeah.
story.
It's
though,
a
man.
great story.
but
It's a great everything. Like
Yeah.
the show is good. Like
The
all over.
acting and
Yeah. I'm
You
not.
know.
I'm not much for dramas, like TV dramas, because
Yeah.
in my head I'm just like, come on, y'all playing.
it's like
that.
it's kind of FX drama, honestly, but it's like it's basically like about a family, they have an adopted son and
But the fact
about
that they
how
go
they
back.
interact. Yeah, they go back and forth the time skip.
And it's not
the writing
confusing.
is really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
the writing is so
It's
good.
confusing when you're high.
Dude,
was
I was
confused.
lit the whole time.
I was drunk.
The first episode, I was thoroughly confused. I was like,
Right.
is this 3 different families, or is it the same family
Right.
in the past? Is there a time
I
warp?
was like that when
It's so good.
Randall was at his mom's funeral. I was like, what
Oh,
time skip
yeah,
is
yeah,
this?
yeah.
Great show.
One show that
It's
does
over
like a
now.
weird thing about that is 13 Reasons Why.
I never watched that show.
The third
Oh,
season,
goodness.
they got really weird with the cinematography
Yeah.
to where like it was the overall season was supposed to be one person doing a police interview. But then
Okay.
and it was supposed to be her overall story, which they also brought her in only that season. So she didn't have the full story of everything, right?
Okay.
What?
Because there was
No.
already 2 seasons.
I don't know what
And
you're
then
talking about.
and then
Lost too.
okay, so like okay. This is my favorite show.
No,
thought-
I don't want to talk about this.
No, listen.
That
This-
show?
I'm just
Was it
telling you
like
the structure
pro
of it.
suicide? Is that what that show? A lot of people said it was pro. Maybe
Pro is a strong word.
It's just like, is it a messy suicide?
oh, dude.
He's like, this one scene.
No, so many scenes. dude.
It
Okay.
was too much.
Now you
It's
have
so-
to continue.
it's
Is
so
it-
The rape scene.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's multiple rape scenes. There's
She
a
handled
girl-
that rape like a G, though. I just want to say.
Oh my god.
There's multiple rape scenes.
She
And then-
survived. And
She
then-
didn't like
Yeah.
cry or fight back or anything. She was just there, like not giving it, like not like.
Wow.
For her, like dissociating, but for him, like not giving him like the time of day. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's
Yes.
probably what he wanted.
Just keep going and
no, I think.
Yeah.
Don't,
Okay, enough about the rape.
I don't want to talk about the suicide
No, listen,
either.
I'm not talking about the suicide. I'm just talking about the way that they
so
structured
House
it.
of Dragons, y'all.
About some dragons.
I thought about.
We can't go there, Ricky. That's his favorite show. This is a lot about this motherfucker.
So,
I love it because it's so horrible. And they're so up their own ass with like, this show is important because it shows like how mental health affects teenagers. I'm like, y'all are going way over the top with this shit.
Are they like, is it like one of those like suicide awareness and like these are the things that could happen?
But it's fucked up because after the first season, there are legitimate studies that show that it caused more suicides. Like suicide rates went up.
I mean, right, because
it glorified it.
But also, like you're putting yourself in that situation, so it's like,
and it's a conjured up situation.
Yes,
you know? It's a situation that was written in a room, and the human element is kind of taken out of it.
Yep.
You know. Except whatever they can make logically work within the scene, you know?
No, there's no logic in the show.
Like cyberbullying, okay?
Yeah.
Dude, I was at the brunt of it a lot.
What, cyberbullying?
Yeah, you know, MySpace days and whatnot. Bullying in general, man, it's kind of the same shit, even if it's face-to-face, you know?
Yeah.
But
a lot of people,
here's the thing about it is it's like, okay, what was that at the time? You know, it was largely not significant. You know what I mean? There was a little bit of trauma associated with it because it's physical and whatnot, but you grow out of it and you kind of process it and you're like, what was it? It was kids. It was kid shit.
And more than likely, those kids had like...
Once you're old enough to recognize that everyone has issues, you can go back and you can be like,
oh, they probably had some shit going on at home.
You know, do a little introspection, you know. Some of the times that I got my ass kicked, I had a mouth on me and I kind of deserved a little bit. So,
and it's great that you can recognize
I've got
that.
bits about it. Yeah, when I was in the 6th grade, I didn't know you weren't allowed to say the N-word. Yeah. Oh,
I've had to check my kids on that, actually.
Oh, really? Whoa.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say it.
No. But the songs.
Yeah.
When they're, because I'm over here listening to 3 6 Mafia. Yeah. I'm listening to like really music that kids should not be listening to.
On the way to work.
And so they know it, right? Yeah. They like know it. And they.
I want to show them Good Kid, Mad City.
No. Well, you might as well. I mean, like, come on. What's that song that goes, why'd I kill that bitch? My pit bull needed some fucking meat. Like, they can quote that back to me.
Oh, okay.
It's some scissor.
Yeah, like, and so...
Mommy, can we get some scissor?
Usually I blast it. For whatever reason, that day I didn't blast it. And I heard them say it. I was like, I like completely shut it down.
On some scissor.
And we had like a conversation where it's like, guys, like, that word, like, blah, blah, blah.
They're like, yo, mom, I got lean in my cup. They're like, bro, what? Here, Disney Channel, you know? But, hey, that's actually not very good either.
I balance it out. There's a balance.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a balance.
Like what were y'all's like go-to kids cartoons or...
I think it was weird to watch Cartoon Network.
Love Cartoon Network.
Dude, that was my shit, man.
Okay,
fucking all the Hanna-Barbera stuff. The Amazing Race, dude. Johnny Bravo was the shit.
Johnny Bravo was alright.
Yeah, the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my god, I love the Powerpuff Girls.
It was
embarrassed to watch.
It was a little girly, man, but some of that shit
so
fucking
sick.
hit, dude. And then Cow and Chicken, dude.
Oh fuck no, Cow and Chicken,
bro.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes.
Courage, I kind of
missed me with that shit.
Courage wasn't really my bag, but I would watch it.
Courage was so dark.
Yeah.
It was dark, but it was almost kind of like
Adult Swim type shit.
Yeah. It was kind of about like just his reactions to.
Speaking of Adult Swim, Robot Chicken.
Yes.
What else did they have on there? They had Family Guy whenever they started syndicating it.
Yeah, all the anime. And you guys.
I watched a couple of them, but I wasn't like old enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm into this.
Yeah.
Now we're then
huge anime. Okay. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z was on there. That was like that was my shit for years.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I think if I actually got into it when I was younger, I would have been more into anime.
Yeah.
But
you've gotten into it.
Yeah, but it was like a little time where I was like, oh, these shows are really interesting. And it's not the like super long shows that I'm ever interested in because I just don't have the attention span. It'll be like single season shows that are just like, this is the story we're telling. This is the end of the story. You don't need
honestly,
any more of this.
with some of the more popular ones, they do throw filler after filler after filler.
Yeah, it's too much.
You know, so
you watch One Piece?
No, a lot of people that I know, like at the Addison,
You like
Improv,
One
they
Piece?
watch One Piece. That's the longest running anime, right?
It's fucking like almost 1,500 episodes.
The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
one I watch and the only one I like is My Hero. My Hero
Oh, really?
My Hero's
Academia.
the shit.
There's a couple of people that watch My Hero too.
I love
The biggest ones for me: Naruto, Bleach.
Love Naruto.
I've
I've never seen
Dragon
Bleach.
Ball.
They just brought it
Bleach
back.
is fucking awesome. Yeah, Bleach was
My
one of
husband
those.
loves Bleach.
Yes, dude. Like they hold on. So it was running for a while, and then it felt like the story was kind of lagging a little bit, like in Soul Society or whatever, and they started just like throwing fillers in there, you know, and then they ended it for some reason. I don't know why they ended it, but yeah, they're gonna bring it back, and super excited about it.
Bleach?
What
yeah.
John hasn't mentioned anything.
Yeah, it's like the 1,000-year blood war or some shit like that.
Yeah. Trigun, that's an old school one. It's like a 90s
I feel like we should have
one.
John here, honestly.
I remember watching Trigun, but I would watch it like just like episodes
Yeah.
here and there on Adult Swim.
It was
Adult Swim
perfect
also,
for that, you know?
Yeah, Adult Swim was also like on when we were technically supposed to be asleep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
After 9 or after 10?
Yeah.
I think it was like 9 or 10.
It was like at 10 o'clock, I think, that it came out.
Did you guys have real strict parents, like growing up?
Not
Okay.
super strict. But like during the week, it was definitely like, hey, go brush your teeth, go to bed.
Yeah, during
Yeah.
the week, yeah.
Okay.
But then on the weekends, they were like, oh, look, you're not doing anything tomorrow. We're not doing anything
We out
tomorrow.
here drinking.
Okay. Nice.
Like
Watermelon. No, just-
on the during the summers, I would hang out with my friend, and I would always sleep over at his house.
Yeah.
His parents were super strict.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
in the
Like-
summers, it was go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
And I remember
Even during the sleepover type
Yeah.
shit? What
and
the
I remember
you were
one-
like just sitting
Yeah,
there.
You're
I was
just like
just-
laying
I
there
was-
like, yo, why did you let us come over here? We're just laying here
I
and
met
staring at
my
your
friend
ceiling,
for
bro.
like putting me in this position.
because it's like the
He's like,
it
can we
was-
sneak out and watch TV? And it's like, no, he'll beat us.
it wasn't like that, but it was definitely
Yeah.
like I will beat you. But
Oh,
they
hell yeah.
like they never had to go past that.
Okay.
But like I just remember it'd
Because
be
they
like
had been beat so many times
Right.
already.
Yeah.
because
That,
it was like the
I was
middle
kept
of
in
the
a
summer.
closet,
Yeah.
y'all.
It was like the middle of
You
the
were?
summer.
no.
Oh my god.
Like end of watch.
Oh my god. That was so sad.
Yeah, dude, it'd be like the middle of the summer. I'm already used to staying up until like 2-3 in the morning.
Dude, yeah.
And then I spend the night at their place thinking
Yeah.
like, oh, it's the same shit. And I'm just laying there at 9:30. They're already passed out.
Yeah.
The TV automatically turned off, which I never knew it could do that.
Right.
So I'm just laying there looking
They
at the
probably set
ceiling.
it up like that too.
Yeah.
Just locked it out.
Yeah.
That shit, bro. No,
They
we
sound
had-
boring.
Our mom tried to be strict with us, but our dad just,
Nah.
he was just whatever.
He was
That's-
more like an older brother.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He came into my room one time and he was like, if you want to try drugs, it's all right. Like, you gotta try everything at least
like the
once.
dad from American Pie.
like-
just like,
Yeah,
I
but
used to
cholo.
smoke weed. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, I used. Anyway, cut that out.
no.
Y'all edit
do
that part
it.
out. I'm not doing it, dude. I
Come
did
on. Do it.
the third time I was at TK's, I did an accent. And it did not go
Bill,
over
you
well.
do your
I'll do this
motherfucking
joke, dude.
accent,
I'll do this
Bill.
joke. So
ahead.
I hit a cop car a while ago. It was pretty crazy. It was a couple
Nice.
months back. I had to get out and start running. The cops chased me. I got away though. I just ran into a school. Yeah.
That was dark.
It's base now, y'all. You get a full 40 minutes. Just go to school if you commit
Yeah.
crimes. Can you imagine if that had happened in LA? It would have just been probably driven by some guy in MS-13, like, "Hey, bro, you want to borrow it? I got to pick up my kids from school." Dead silent. It was dead
no
silent in
way.
TK's, and I was like,
Come on, guys.
Come on.
I was like, should I say it again? Did they? And then
Did y'all not hear
It was bad.
I don't care what
Definitely.
accent you make. It's just cool that you could do it.
Yeah. I learned that that's actually how you speak Spanish, that in a weird way. It helps me anyway because I have a really dry sounding voice. But,
What do you
if I
mean speak Spanish?
Because when you speak Spanish,
for
your
proper
voice is-
pronunciation
yeah.
and whatnot.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
voice is in a higher, como por decir si empiezo a
Yeah.
hablar
Yeah,
español.
yeah,
Like you hear my voice goes higher.
Yeah,
So-
I do notice that the what is it, octave, I guess,
Yeah.
changes.
It's that, but then how it just sounded supernatural for you, where you were just like, I'm speaking Spanish now. So whenever I'm speaking Spanish, I'm like, okay, Cheech Marin. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's how
okay.
I, make it
Because
sound
it's not just,
okay.
it's like you have to add the accent that he has in English naturally from speaking Spanish. So you have to flip it so that it can plug into your American accent trying to speak. Damn.
So, and then with
that's awesome.
I'm glad we worked that out.
So if you're trying to learn the language, just fucking make a racist accent.
Kind of. But
I'm going to try to learn Mandarin.
But not in a bad way.
There's like written indicators too, though, like the little tilde and like some of the stuff over the letters that tell you to pronounce it that way.
Does she speak Spanish?
Yeah, very well.
Is she from here or from?
Excuse me. She was born here, but her story is crazy. So she was born. So her mom, like, came over here illegally. A guy. For a guy that brought her over, and then she had Lizzie, the OB-GYN. Her OB-GYN took them in, and her mom was like a live-in nanny for them for like years and years. So Lizzie was kind of brought up by Dr. Freeman, brought up in that environment. They were a little well off. They knew, senators like Pete Sessions and the Bushes and stuff like that. She went to an Emily Post like finishing school type thing. Yeah.
You know what this is? This is fucking Spanglish.
It is Spanglish. Dude, she would say that a lot too, dude. She would say my life is Spanglish.
Is she the little girl from Spanglish?
That's what she would say, dude. So, but it's about her mom.
Right now, where is she at?
She's at home taking care of Liam. She's probably mad at me right now.
We're gonna have her on. We can have Liam on too.
She's texting me right now. She's like, "Where are you?"
Oh my god!
I told her I went to go get milk.
So Spanish was like her second language, and the reason that she like started learning it because like the family would like they're very prideful. They're from Puebla, very prideful in like their heritage and whatnot. So they were like, you'll learn Spanish, and some people would make fun of her, and but it motivated her to learn. So now she can speak Spanish like as well as like with the Spain dialect, like very formal Spanish, Portuguese,
Castellano.
That's right. She knows different dialects in different regions.
That's cool.
Yeah, very well studied on it. Took a lot, like, Italian. She knows a little bit of Italian, a little bit of French.
I do too.
Yeah, she's.
I know how to say hi and bye.
No, she's very smart, but she's been trying to like teach me Spanish, and sometimes I'll not get it right. Like I was messing with her, like tickling her and whatnot, and she was like, "Ay, no me molestes." Yeah, I was like, but that's what I was like, but that's why I married you. Like, I thought that's what.
I thought this was part of the
deal. Yeah, like this was part of the deal. And she's like, "What do you think I said?" It's like, I got to show you in the bedroom.
I had the opposite thing happen to me in high school with one of my friend's girlfriends because she was born in Mexico and then she came here when she went to high school, basically. Yeah. But we would speak Spanish with each other, right? Yeah. And then we lived in the same apartment, so we were walking home together. Yeah. Just me and her. And I was making fun of her. But instead of her saying "me está molestando," like screaming it out, she screamed out, "He's molesting me!" And I was like, "No, no, no!"
It's like that's not.
She's an immigrant. She doesn't know what she's saying.
No me molestes, y'all.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so I speak very little, Spanish around the family. Usually, like, "Hey, ¿cómo estás?" and like, "Bien, ¿cómo estás? Bien." They make me kind of nervous because when they're speaking, they speak really fast, first of all, and then they get really into the stuff that they're saying. So I definitely need more work on it for sure.
As much as I'll make fun of you, though, different for everybody, but they'll appreciate the fact that you try.
They do, for sure. I saw it more because I worked for Walden. It's a security company. And then we were at the George Allen Courthouse. It's like where they have family court and whatnot. A lot of Spanish speakers would come through there. And it was like an opportunity for me to practice some of it. So, funny story. I was telling a woman, I was like, por favor, quite tu cachucha.
Cachucha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, por favor, quite tu chucha.
Oh, God.
Yeah. She got mad at me about that one. She was like, Monday?
Oh no!
So, and then there was a lady that scolded me because she thought that I didn't speak it well enough to do it.
What?
in the middle of the entrance.
There are some people
Yeah.
like
I was
that. There are even
like,
some people
okay.
like that to like Hispanics.
I
that
didn't
speak
disagree
Spanish.
with her, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'm trying.
Yeah. There's Hispanics that are like that towards like I don't I
Yeah.
speak Spanish, but it's like a broken Spanish. If I went
Yeah.
to Mexico, they'd say I speak like a third grader. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He
there,
does.
yeah.
So,
So there are some Hispanics that are kind of just like, you don't even speak it. Like you're
Yeah.
born here, blah, 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 like
It's
you're-
like that
Mexicans,
pride stuff.
yeah, we can't go to Mexico and
Yeah.
feel Mexican. We go to
Right.
Mexico and we're Americans. Like we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Like,
Yeah, I hear you.
you know,
Yeah,
it's like,
like
well,
Selena's
what
dad.
you would
It's
feel.
like Selena's dad.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like Selena's dad, like what he was saying. Like we're
Oh,
too
right.
we're too Mexican for the Americans, not Mexican enough for the Mexicans.
Yeah. It's
gotta work
very
twice
much
as hard.
a real thing.
Yeah.
Coming from this very Americanized white guy, like I love Latin women, dude. Like I grew up in Garland. That was predominantly like what you would, where you would be. I
Yeah.
was normally the only white dude, and yeah, Latin women, dude. I just did not know what I was getting myself into, man. She is trying to fix me.
Yeah, dude.
She sees some work to be done.
Everything
she's-
And
It's a
she
project.
will.
Yes,
and
she
she
will.
will not give up. Let me
Yes,
tell
she
you this.
will, especially with Liam.
They also want
and
you
that.
to tell them like, hey, I fixed you, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
no.
Exactly. She
I would have
loves.
figured it out eventually. It just would have taken a little
She
longer.
loves when
Rick
she's
is
right about
prideful.
something.
Rick
Yeah?
is prideful.
Yeah.
The men are prideful, the women
He's
are
like,
annoying.
"Son." That's actually pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
But you know what it is about Latina women? If you get with a man that's like a good man,
Yeah.
we're gonna let you think you lead.
Yeah, she's very good at that.
But we're leading.
But she's like, look, she'll do this. I can
Don't look at
feel
me
it.
like that.
I can
Present
feel
company
the.
excluded.
I feel the energy too when she does this. Like when I'm like, trying to talk about, important shit like finances, like, oh, we got this budget and whatnot. She'll kick back and whatnot. And then she'll give it like 2 or 3 weeks and it's all falling apart. It's
Yeah, she'll be like,
none of
"Ya
it
ves?
happened. Yeah,
Ya
it's just
ves?"
like, más te vale, So,
Duh.
yeah. So she definitely wears the pants in the relationship.
Yeah.
Ricky, I don't know
Yeah.
why you're talking shit because you know Yesenia wears the pants in your relationship, first of all.
She doesn't know any of it.
Come on. So, like,
He's a
okay, like,
machista.
you do the finances? Or?
He's a machista.
Oh,
we
really?
split it, and I am a machista, but it's not my fault. I'm Hispanic.
Yeah, that's why, you know what? A
Yeah.
lot of Latina women would rather be with white men because
Mhm.
of that shit.
Lizzie would tell me that, but
They're so much more submissive. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
get yourself a white guy. We'll do
Hey,
what you want us to
but
do.
can you lie? Hasn't your life worked out a lot better?
It has. Because
Thank you
look,
very much.
I was with a white woman for 7 years.
Is that your first one?
Yeah. Yes, it was. That was like having a teenager. She
Really?
was, yeah, dude. So she.
We don't bash women.
This is
Yes, we do.
There's a
Yes,
fact.
we do.
Like my whole
Xanax.
brand.
So she
Ooh.
had a drug thing going on.
Oh, okay,
Xanax.
that's like a whole like
Yeah. There was a lot of good reason for it. But so she was an alcoholic for a while.
Mhm.
And for some reason, she went to the hospital and they would give her Xanax for like the withdrawals, I guess. So she got hooked on that. Yeah, loved it. That was her main shit. We met and we got married too early, really. Secret out, the army will pay you to be married. They'll pay you to kind of have a family and whatnot. It's in their best interest to have a family, for you to have a family. So
So were you in the army?
Yeah, I was in the
Oh,
army for like
shit.
6 years.
Oh, okay.
So we got married and I didn't realize this was as bad as it was, but she would, finish her scripts early, just popping like 2 or 3 at a time. The clinic that we went to, because you're assigned a clinic as a soldier, they called me in there to sign an affidavit that restricted her, like what they do to drug seekers, restricting her to that clinic for any kind of narcotic, medication.
Yeah, because then
So-
or else she'd be going to other doctors,
Yeah.
getting them
Doctor
scripts and shit.
shopping. My aunt
Yeah.
did that. So, red flags galore. But by the time all that stuff started happening, I have problems of my own. I'm not very good with money,
Most men aren't.
No, dude, and then
Speak for yourself because John is great with money.
Yeah, he's got 12 kids.
Yeah, well,
he has to be, or else nobody will eat.
Dude, yeah.
We have 6 kids.
People die if he's not good with money.
Yeah. No, but he's good at like.
The only people that die are Molly and Emma, and I can just say that was an accident.
Oh my god.
It's like they're cats or something. Like they got out or something. No, but you know, she like, all right, so after all that stuff happened, getting divorced in the military is very expensive and very like time consuming because they want to be away from that as much as possible. Like they're trying not to end up on the news. So the money that they give you for being married, if you're divorcing, you have to give that to her. And then you have to automatically. That shit is hers. And then you have to get your own apartment because there's a classification of a soldier. It's a geographical bachelor. They only allow you that for like a couple weeks. Yeah, so you got to get your own apartment. So, and then I was changing jobs at the time, and they wouldn't let me do it until I was divorced. So
because because
I had to finish that before I left because I was going to go to Virginia. So yeah, it was kind of a moment of weakness on my part. She called and apologized and said she would never do a lot of that stuff again. That stuff that we've been fighting about for years. And then I was like, okay, I gotta get out of Fort Hood. So let's go. We're gonna make this work. And it, ended terribly. Yeah. So I've got bits about this like online and stuff. So I don't really have a problem, saying it. So I have HIV. I'm HIV positive. She had to deal with that. So that's kind of where my fault in it was.
But that's not like what?
Well, so the circumstances around it was like we had been married for about a month. And then that's when I got diagnosed because I was about to deploy. They do a physical and all this stuff. And then they told me, and then I went and told her. So, like, what's the first thought you have when you hear something like that? This dude is cheating. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, she had that, and I was trying to convince her that that's not what happened. We went to the doctor to talk about it. They do a kind of a half-assed timeline, and they figured about 6 months, 7 months, something like that. It was before we met. We only knew each other like 2 months before we got married.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it was pretty quick.
Yeah,
so
it was really quick.
Yeah.
Pretty quick is 2 years.
But that's like par for the course for the Army, man. Like there would be guys that were like 90 days from deploying, and they would tie the knot.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Yeah, absolutely, it is definitely a meme, dude. So I think that's kind of why she did a lot of the drug stuff, in our marriage to kind of process that.
Because then she's leaving too, right? Because then she, like, if y'all are married, she has to go wherever you go.
Yeah. So, it's a lot. So, I kind of, we just shouldn't have been married. So I'm with somebody way better now, way better for me. We've got a son now. It's definitely not something I'm bitter about.
Yeah, that's good. It's like it's your story.
Yeah.
Like, it's what happened.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it not sad and depressing and try to write some jokes and whatnot. The bit I have online is so stupid. I shouldn't have even posted it. Yeah.
It's there now.
Yeah, it's there now.
And we are going to link it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did it at Reno's. I did a guest spot at Reno's for a Veterans Day thing. So, it did pretty well. There were some people that looked like they could have related to I have AIDS material, so but that's neither here nor there.
So, like, what do you see since you've only been in comedy for a short amount of time? Yeah. Like, where do you see yourself?
I don't even really know how to answer that. I having fun.
You still want to keep.
I want to keep it. Yeah, dude. This is like I want to do it for a living. It's fun. I don't want to do it for a living because I think I deserve it necessarily, but like if I'm able to in some way, yes, I'll absolutely do it. I was listening to Louis C.K. was on a podcast and he was talking about like his earlier days in New York, and he was doing like 8 shows a night. Shit. 8 a night. That's probably like middle act or headliner level.
Louis C.K.?
Yeah, Louis C.K.
I'm new to comedy
8 shows a night, dude. That's a lot. That is a lot. And then if you're a middle act, that's like 20 minutes, you know,
Yeah.
and you're doing that 8 times. You're working, you know.
That's why he's one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the
That's
amount of
major
repetition.
reps, dude.
Yeah. Within like 2 years, he got his 10,000 hours.
Right. Absolutely. You know,
Is that like the amount of hours that you need? Like, is that a specific? What is that?
No, it's a book. I can't remember who the author is.
isn't it like Sue Sun or something like that?
No,
I don't know. There was like somebody
David
that said
something.
mastery is a 10,000 hours of repetition.
Oh, okay.
To master
But-
anything, you have to put in 10,000 hours. It's not like 10,000 hours, like start right now and then in
Yeah.
February I'll get to
It's-
10,000 hours. It's just like,
It's relative.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like for me, like going up in front of different kinds of crowds at different kinds of places is what gets you better, you know, because like Comedy Arena, dude, that's a hot crowd, dude. They
Yeah.
are always there for comedy, and you'll get lazy. You know, you'll fall on like the old shit, you know, you'll tailor new shit for them and then it won't work anywhere else type.
Mhm.
You got to go up in front of
Oh,
different
shit.
kinds of people, you know, dead crowds, you know, 6
Only
people,
comics.
only comics, dude.
only
there's-
comics are the worst.
But the thing is what I don't understand about that is they're also fans too, you know? So I
Yeah.
just approach it the same way as a fan, you know?
Yeah.
They will laugh if they hear something funny. Let's, you know, and if they don't laugh, you can kind of just imagine, well, then it didn't work, you know? We'll figure out
Yeah.
why it didn't work, you know? Is it
Honestly, I kind of feel different because like if it's only comics, I'm like, okay, they're already kind of like,
there's
I
a
just
mood.
wanna-
There's,
yeah,
you
like,
know,
I kind of already just want to get my shit done.
Yeah.
And I want to leave.
but
Why
know.
you want to leave?
No,
Well,
but
but-
leave because like there's not like a crowd there, you know.
Oh.
there's ways to approach like doing an open mic. People will want to do a lot of reps, right? So they'll want to go in and get out, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
So what
go
that
do another
tends
one.
to be
Oh, to leave that
Yeah.
bar and go to another place.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So what that tends to give you, unless there's like other people in the audience, is a sparse audience, or you know, at best, if you go up early, a room of people that are agitated and you know, kind of nervous. And
Mhm.
but here's the thing, dude. Andrew Schultz, you know
I
Andrew.
would sit on that man's
I knew it was coming, bro. I
big
knew it was
old
coming.
nose, looking like a schlong.
Andrew Schultz
Ugh.
saves America indeed, yo. But
him.
no, his whole thing that he says all the time is just be undeniably funny. Like that's
Yeah.
all you got to do, just be undeniably funny. And in a special that he just put out, he kind of showed what that was. There was a chick in the audience, wasn't feeling it, not laughing. He found her and he was like, come on, you know, and then he did a joke just for her. And then she laughed and loosened up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
undeniably funny.
Yeah.
If you can take a room full of people that feel like that and turn it around, then, you know, so I just feel like, you know, every room is kind of like an opportunity to do that, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be comics that I've seen like, you know, real high energy guys, and I'm like one of 4 people, and we're laughing like it's a full room.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like that's probably the, you know,
Would
You
you
know
say
who's
that
good at-
that's like what keeps you going to do it? Like just
Well-
getting out there and having fun?
yeah, having fun. You know, the just like trying to get it to work. You know what I mean? Like you got a thing. You know, sometimes it's just an idea. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm very like writer about it. Like I'll put aside hours, I'll write, I'll try to come up with ideas. I'll try to come up with fully formed stuff. But even doing that, whenever I finally go up and do it, it's a little different. You know, it has to be a
Yeah.
little bit different.
Yeah.
So, you know, just the like puzzle, I guess, aspect of it is real fun. You know, the AIDS thing, that was real early on. And I was like, can I make that work? You know, people have had way better bits about it, but I actually have it. Can I make it? Because it could potentially get sad for everybody. And I'm like, can I
Yeah.
make that funny? You know, I still got to work on it, but you know, that's what keeps me going. You know,
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, next time you come on, we gotta bring your girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Could we bring Liam? Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring my babies.
Oh, nice.
Ricky's like, no.
Got a whole lot better.
Is there like a
Same daycare service?
babysitter? Because he'll definitely need someone to watch him.
I can just walk around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like
All right.
dogs, right?
We did a
He's gonna
podcast where
scream.
we were all here.
Yeah. Okay.
He won't need a microphone.
Yeah, no.
That's awesome, dude.
Awesome.
We make fun of him because he has like this very dinosaur sounding scream. So I've recorded him behind a table, and then I went and got the Jurassic Park theme and put it in. Stupid.
Cute.
People have done it before, but like he likes to scream. Is the point?
How old is he?
15 months. Well, almost.
When is his
Almost
birthday?
September.
Oh,
September
my
4th.
last baby. I don't know how many months he is, but his birthday is in May.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so they're
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He.
September
He's-
what?
He's got a cousin that he plays with a lot. Older cousin. So he's learning a lot, but he's got a lot of energy. He wants to get into everything.
Babies.
How many kids do you have?
I have 6.
6. Wow.
6 boys.
Oh my God, 6 boys. So football for sure.
Yeah,
like-
our oldest is gonna be 18 in like 5 months.
Oh wow.
But he's my stepson because I was
Wow.
12 when he was born.
She had him. She had him.
Okay. All right. I was like, wait a minute.
She had him when she was 12.
No. I'm not
Wow.
that-
We didn't go to a
Y'all are
great middle
like
school.
y'all are like fucking BFF and shit.
I was. Well, yeah, but no, we have 5 boys.
Nice.
Yeah, so, but
That-
the youngest 2 are 2 and 1.
Okay.
So we have toddlers running around too.
Man, that's how long have you and your husband been married?
Since we've been together since I was 16 and he was
Wow.
18, so we've been together for like 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long
Yeah, that
time,
makes
dude.
sense.
That's
What do you mean that makes sense, motherfucker? It's a math. You don't think I know how
It's just
long
like-
I've been with my husband?
it's just like how numbers work.
Fuck off.
I was saying it makes sense in my head because I was like, yeah, I met John when I was 14. Now I'm 28. Yeah, it makes sense.
Stupid.
That should have been an in here thought.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been something that came out of your mouth.
I've had a lot of those in here thoughts. Man. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
All right, but well, thank you for coming
You're welcome.
on. You're welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm super awkward and I say you're welcome and shit. But no, it's been a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah, promote all your stuff, man. Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Friendster.
Pinster. Facebook, just my name. Instagram,
Billy the King.
Yes. Instagram, it's pay the bill 00.
I love that actually.
Yeah, it's so.
It should be King Me.
King Me, yeah, dude. She so not to go off into like another thing when we were in bed, and she it makes us laugh all the time. Right before everything is finished, I'll say she said it's sprinkle time.
What?
Yeah, bro.
I need to have her on.
Still makes me laugh.
Wait,
Still
what?
makes me laugh. Yes.
Wait, like if she's like it's sprinkle time,
Yes.
like we're getting ready to, or like
Yes,
at the end?
At the end. And the reason
Wow.
why is because there was one time
Oh,
that
shit.
we were in an apartment on Skillman and 635, and the sprinklers came on at the same time.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, it's kind of like our
I
own
love
hilarious.
her.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
We
Anyway,
need to have her on.
Yeah, we gotta have her on, dude.
We need
sure.
Girls.
Yeah, this is starting to look like a real like just incel podcast.
Yeah.
I look
I
trans.
look like an incel.
No.
Nah.
All right, guys, that'll be it for this week's episode. Catch us next week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.